नमाम ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिने नामिने। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, यशोदानंदन व्रजजनरंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रजजनरंजन, यमुनातीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं, देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया, भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Hare Krishna. Welcome all of you. So we are reading from today. We will discuss on the Srimad Bhagavatam 7.1.30, and this is very nice shlok, inspiring shlok. So we are just reading. Kama dveshat daya snehat tatha bhakteshware manaha aveshya tadagam hitva bhavastad gatim gataha. Kama dveshat daya snehat यथा भक्तेश्वरे मनः आवेश्य तदघं हित्वा बहवस्तद्गतिं गतः। कामाद्वेषादया स्नेहाद् यथा भक्तेश्वरे मनः आवेश्य तदघं हित्वा बहवस्तद्गतिं गतः। Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Many persons have attained liberation simply by thinking of Krishna with a great attention and giving up sinful activities. This great attention may be due to the lusty desires, inimical feelings, fear, affection, or devotional service. I shall now explain how one receives Krishna's mercy simply by concentrating one's mind upon Him. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.33.39, Vikriditam vraja विभूतिर इदम च विष्णु श्रद्धान्वितो नृषन्वाद अथा वर्ण्याद्यः भक्तिं परं भगवती प्रतिलभ्य कामं हृदरोगम अश्व अपहिनोति अचिरेण अधीरः. If a bona fide listener hears Krishna's pastime with the gopis, which seem to be lusty affairs, the lusty desires in his heart, which constitute the heart disease of the conditioned soul, will be vanquished, and he will become the most exalted devotee of the Lord. If one who hears of the gopis' lusty behavior with Krishna becomes free from lusty desires, certainly the gopis who approach Krishna become free from all such desires. Similarly, Shishupal and others who were very much envious of Krishna and who constantly thought of Krishna become free from envy. Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yashoda were fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness because of affection. When the mind is somehow or other fully absorbed in Krishna, the material part is very soon vanquished, and the spiritual part, attraction to the Krishna, becomes manifest. This indirectly confirms that if one thinks of Krishna enviously, simply because of thinking of Krishna, he becomes free from all sinful reactions and thus become a pure devotee. Example of this are given in the following verse. So in next verse there are examples. Just I am reading the translation. My dear King Yudhishthira, the gopis of their lusty desires, Kamsa by his fear, Shishupal and other kings by envy, the Yadus by their familial relationship with Krishna, you Pandavas by your great affection for Krishna, and we the general devotee by devotional service have obtained the mercy of Krishna. मम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवां च। श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमां ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी ऋषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I welcome you again all, and this is very important shlok from Srimad Bhagavatam, where this is the conversation between Sri Narad Muni and Yudhishthir Maharaj. And Yudhishthir Maharaj, in the starting of this canto, he asked this question about the partiality of Supreme Lord, and he also asked about how then Shishupal, who from the birth cursed Krishna, he was speaking Gali from the start of his birth, how he can become liberated. And in this shlok, and in this in the previous shlok, we can see that Narad Muni given an example of a insect which was in nature. When I first time read that, I was also in wonder that how this can happen, that one small insect, when he actually his legs are laid and then hatching happens, and then you can see he is in insect phase. That time one of the insect, he comes and bite that small insect. So what happens, that he again and again comes and bite, but that the insect same, which is from different origin, he just think in fear of that continuously of that insect, that big insect will come and bite me, and he always meditate on that insect. And in this way, that small insect also become the insect which is coming for biting. So just imagine, the Narad Muni gives this example by just thinking of that that insect which is biting or which is coming. So this insect also becomes that one. So this is very important to understand, that whatever thinking happens in our mind, what we think and whatever our mind we puts on, what happens that sorry that also becomes we also becomes that kind of thing. Because in Krishna also, in Bhagavad Gita, it says that antakale cha mameva smaran nutva kalevaram, and again shlok is yam yam vapi smaran bhava teje ante kalevaram. So whatever state of mind one has at the time of death, when one leaves the body, so the person becomes the same. So he attains that same position which he has thinking in his mind. So mind is very powerful. Mind is very powerful, and this mind when contemplates, this mind when meditates on Krishna in the form of one of the relation, like like Narad Muni gives also about the envy. If anybody has envy towards Krishna and he is just thinking as an enmity towards Krishna, you can understand that that person also becomes a Krishna conscious, and he gets mercy of Krishna, he becomes pure devotee. So what to speak about a person or a devotee who is favorably serving Krishna, and then what kind of mercy he can get from Krishna. But there is one small difference, Srila Prabhupada will tell later, that the favorable devotional service towards Krishna is favorable and it serves Krishna, it attracts Krishna. But although a devotee who is envious of Krishna, like Shishupal, Kansa, Dantavakra, Shishupalan, Dantavakra, then you can see a Kansa also, then you can have Hiranyakshan, Hiranyakashipu. So those are the pure devotees of Krishna because they thought of Krishna continuously. So now the thing is, why? Like by just giving gali to Krishna, Shishupal was, he got a Sayajya Mukti. So what about us? When we are practicing devotional service favorably, then why till now we are not getting mercy of Krishna, or why the transformation is not happening in our life up to the much extent? So what is the reason? That the reason lies here in the intensity. So intensity of Shishupal, who was meditating on Krishna, it was very high. It was very high in the sense, while eating, while sleeping, while drinking, while walking, while fighting, every time while discussing, he used to bring Krishna in center and he used to chastise Krishna like anything. So he used to meditate on Krishna, although negative way, envious way, inimical way, but still he was meditating on Krishna continuously. So that was the intensity of Shishupal of meditating on Krishna. It was so much higher, it was so powerful that he remained Krishna conscious. But what happens in our case that we are not, our intensity, we need to increase our intensity. We need to understand. Just like some days before a Bangladesh incident happened, and that time many devotees, including us, all of us, like we have shaken our faith that why Krishna not protected that devotee, Partha Chandra Das. He was serving nicely Bangladesh. Why Krishna not protected other devotees who was been attacked by enemies and so-called one sect of religion, and they assume and they killed person. Why Krishna not protected? So immediately the thought comes in our mind, and we are just our faith is shaken. Means what? We don't have that much faith on Krishna also and his protection also. But what is the real protection of Krishna? Krishna can come as a Narsingha Dev to Prahlad Maharaj, and he can kill enemies and he can save also in that way also. Another way of saving Krishna is that the Krishna favors such a devotee. He easily takes in the form of, like Krishna comes as a form of death, he easily takes that devotee and transfers to the Vaikuntha Loka or spiritual world, or he gives opportunity to, so that that devotee or that person who was killed accidentally can come towards Krishna. So Krishna has different level of protection. Like in computer science we have firewalls. In that firewalls, if you want to attack, the hackers attack, so they have different level of security, and each security the hacker try to cracks one level of security, second level of, third level of, fourth level of. Similarly, Krishna has different level of layers of protection for a devotee. Some layers we can see, some layers we cannot see, some layer can be seen by pure devotee, and Krishna has ultimately have many layers. In every layer, Krishna protect his devotee. One form of protection of Krishna, that Krishna protects his devotee from doing wrong things when Krishna reciprocate in heart. Because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Dadami buddhi yogam tam mam upayantite. So Krishna says that I give the buddhi, I give the intelligence to that devotee so that he can come near to me. Now another thing we can understand here, that Krishna is always trying to protect his devotee from Maya, from sense gratification, unnecessarily sense gratification. which is not Krishna conscious, or which do not serve any purpose to please Krishna and have any purpose. Krishna also want to protect devotee from physical harm. Krishna also protect devotee from physical harm. Krishna also protect devotees in his mind by protecting his mind by becoming, like you can say, a contamination in this world. If you open a Facebook also, YouTube also, there is a lot of contamination, because whole world is filled with the lusty desires. Whole world is opposite non-Krishna conscious. So whole world is when non-Krishna conscious. So if you see on social media that bombarding comes, where you can see easily you can see a girl dancing, you can easily see a different kind of scenarios, different kind of videos, and that actually brings a contamination to the mind. But how Krishna protect? Krishna gives a signal in the heart of a sincere devotee, and he protect that you don't, why you are engaging in this kind of business, because birth after birth in many lives we only done this thing of sense gratification. We only had this bodily consciousness. We had this kind of thing. So why again in this life you are doing the same thing again? Why you are not taking shelter of me? Because every living entity actually seeking after a happiness. Every devotee is seeking after a anandamayo bhasat, because this our eternal nature that we seek for happiness. But the thing is, due to the prabhav of Maya, or due to the, you can say, impact or power of Maya, we are easily forgetting Krishna, and we are attracted towards those material sense gratification and material object, where we find happiness in watching something, or in hearing something, or we find happiness in discussing mundane things, or we find happiness in sense gratification. So that is the thing. But after this attempt, devotee also understand that real happiness doesn't lie here, because as soon as we try to enjoy material happiness, another side comes as we get physical pain. We try to enjoy physical happiness, we get immediately physical pain. But Krishna conscious pleasure, actually that was eternal attraction of a jiva towards a Krishna. That is, it is very natural. It is very high. Like, let's say, natural tendency of air, hot air, to flow up. Natural tendency of water is to flow down. Similarly, a natural tendency or natural dharma of a jiva is to attract towards Krishna and serve Krishna. So that is very natural. But what happened? We are doing some unnatural thing in our life, and that's why we are not able to understand that relation with Krishna, and we just forgot due to this prabhav of Maya, or you can say power of Maya. So what can be done? So what is solution for this? How we can cut off this material attraction? How our intelligence become more stronger? How our thought process becomes very purified, so that we can do only a thing. We can invest every second of our life in only having some positive work, the work which is beneficial for us, the work which pleases Krishna, and a devotional service, or our material responsibilities. How I can use every second of life by serving Krishna? The answer is Narad Muni gives the same answer here, by remembering Krishna, by thinking Krishna. So now again we will go to the shlok, and the shlok tells about how we can remember Krishna. Just a second. The shlok is Kamat, Dveshat, Daya, Snehat, Yatha, Bhakteshware Manaha. Kamat. Kamat means, just I will read. The Kamat means lust, from lust. Dveshat, from hatred. Then Bhayat, from fear. Snehat, from affection. Yathaha, as well as. Bhaktya, by devotion. Ishwarehe, in the Supreme. Manaha, the mind. Aveshya, absorbing. Tat, of that. Agham, sin. Hitva, giving up. Bhava, many. Tat, of that. Gatim, path of liberation. Gataha, attained. So interesting thing I found in this shloka is the general mass of this material world, or all of us, including all of us, we are always affected by the four things. The one thing is, he given the first thing. Narad Muni is very intelligent. You can see how he is a pure devotee and understand the disease of a soul. That is Kamat, from lust. Because everybody in this world, you can see having lust desire. Just I spoke about the Facebook and YouTube. If you have just go through the, just whenever your mind get attracted to those things, we should remember that Kamat, because it's lusty affair of this world. Everybody is lusty, everybody is trying to enjoy by his senses. That is called Kamaha, for my own sense gratification. Kama means exploiting a pleasure of Krishna for my own sense gratification, kamat. And this is very common to all living entities. Another thing is dveshat. Dveshat means everybody is envious, everybody is hated in this world, because those are the 6 anarthas in the heart. Another thing is snehat, bhayat. Bhayat means everybody is feared, like just had a devotee, we heard that we are fearing from such attacks. Okay, that is natural. Everybody is fearing from death, that anytime I can die in this world, I have to leave this world. Another thing is snehat, from affection. Every mother and father, they have affection for their child. Yatha as well, bhaktya, by devotion. So those are the 6 things told here: kamat, dveshat, bhayat, snehat, and bhaktya. So those are the things which are common in this world. But using those things, how we can become Krishna conscious, how we can remember Krishna and cut off this material miseries and pain. So the thing is, Krishna tells that we have to engage and dovetail those things in Krishna's service. Let's say if anybody is lusty also, like example of given of gopis, they wanted to enjoy with Krishna, but the thing is their object of enjoyment was Krishna, and they wanted to object when, if you heard about Ras Leela, and that time what happens, that the gopis was having material desire, that they wanted to enjoy with Krishna. But as soon as they approach Krishna, they dance with Krishna, and when they have the touch of Krishna, that time all their material desires from the heart, they become so purified, and they started getting a spiritual happiness, because Krishna is complete Satchid Ananda Vigraha. And when just they came in contact with Krishna, their material desires went away, and they just got this spiritual awakening, and they just was Krishna conscious, and they got that spiritual bliss that they could not handle, that they could not experience that, they could not tolerate that bliss also. And Krishna, they were dancing with Krishna. So that is the thing, kama. If anybody has lust, if anybody want to have a beautiful boyfriend, or anybody want to have a the object who is so beautiful, even for boy and for girl also, the object is same, Krishna, because nobody is much beautiful than Krishna. Krishna is having such a beauty that we cannot imagine in this world. In this world, nobody has such a beauty. In this world, if you have seen till now materially, if you have anybody, you have seen any hero or heroine from Bollywood, Tollywood, or everything in this world, every part of every movie, Chinese movie, Russian movie, everything, so you can understand that nobody is much greater than, much beautiful than Radharani and Krishna, because Krishna is so much beautiful. We cannot just imagine. If you want to understand the beauty of Krishna, we have to have a spiritual eyes, and another thing is we have to purify our existence, so that we can become Krishna conscious. The another thing is, if you want to have this spiritual happiness, we have to stop material happiness. Means what? We should not work for sense enjoyment. We should stop this sense enjoyment by intelligence and by remembrance of Krishna. When we stop this sense enjoyment, automatically we become naturally we start becoming purified by remembrance of Krishna, and we start getting that happiness, spiritual happiness, towards attracting towards Krishna, and we get mercy of Krishna. Another thing is, it is not very easy to remember Krishna. My experience, I will tell you, it's very difficult to remember Krishna without the association of devotees. It's very difficult to remember Krishna while chanting also, because many times while chanting also our mind wanders here and there. So what is the solution? How we can remember Krishna every time, maximum time in our life? Let's one example I will give you. In one foreign temple, one brahmachari was just seeing when he was walking, and he just saw the beautiful Mataji, and she was so beautiful, and she was just passing, and his mind attracted, and just he was seeing, and nearby Srila Prabhupada was there, and Srila Prabhupada was seeing that devotee, and as soon as that devotee just understood Srila Prabhupada is saying, and he saw towards Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada said that, isn't she is beautiful? So that devotee got stuck. Arey, Prabhupada saw me. So it was very disgusting to him, and then Srila Prabhupada spoke that understand, if this lady is such a beautiful, she is such a beautiful, imagine, understand how the creator of that person, how Krishna must be beautiful. So in this way, that devotee got that the real thing, real teaching. So similarly, in this way, in our life, it's very impossible to close our eyes in this world and don't see any object, don't see any beauty, don't see. It is very impossible. But what is the Krishna conscious aspect? That devotee remembers that this creation has a creator and this is creation by Krishna. If that creation is so beautiful, then how much my dear Lord, beloved Lord Krishna is beautiful. And but just understanding this, he become Krishna conscious. In Bhagavad Gita, if you see, when one sees a moon, he understands that eyes and moon and sun are the eyes of Lord Hari, eyes of Krishna, because Krishna is speaking. If you see any vriksha, you understand this is a creation of Krishna. If you see any living entity and any jiva, one understand that everybody is part and parcel of Krishna, because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in Mama Ivansho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana Mana Shashtani Indriyani Prakritastani Karshati. So I was coming to the point where we understand that how a person, he remembers Krishna. It's very difficult, practical experience. It's very difficult to remember Krishna. We very easily, by this power of Maya, we become forgetful of Krishna. We don't understand him. We don't think about him. We don't think about Srimad Bhagavatam. We don't think about Srimad Bhagavad Gita, but we think about these mundane material objects in this world, naturally in this world, not naturally in spiritual world, or not naturally according to spiritual aspect, but according to this world. By this prabha, we become forgetful of Krishna. Now, what is solution? The solution is to render devotional service at the lotus feet of Vaishnavas, at the lotus feet of pure devotees, in the association of devotees, serving Vaishnavas, serving devotee, chanting with them in Sankirtan movement, reading with them. It's so powerful. By that process of devotional service, our heart becomes purified and clean, and the point will come in our life when we want to forget Krishna, but we can't forget Krishna. When we want to don't have that spiritual happiness in the heart, but we don't stop, that happiness is coming inside, and that happiness comes like a, that bulbula, just like somebody is saying hearts and likes, it is coming up. Similarly, the water boils. That time what happens, that you can say water bubbles, that air bubbles, they come and upside, and they don't stop, just don't stop. Similarly, when one becomes purified by serving Vaishnavas and association of devotees, that happiness start coming, because Krishna becomes favorable. Krishna gives his mercy, Srila Prabhupada gives his mercy, and that time that heart, that happiness will coming start from your heart. In Marathi we say Ananda Utsav modun yeto hai na. So that time you get that happiness, that you will not able to sleep, we will not able to sleep, we will not able to forget Krishna. Although we want to forget Krishna, that let me sleep, I don't want to have this happiness because I am not able to serve you, but still that happiness will start coming in your heart, and that will purify us more, because that small glimpse of happiness will gives us inspiration, and so that we can serve Krishna more and more, we can please Krishna more and more. In this way, we can always remember Krishna. So the one thing is, what I feel is, or what I experienced is, the thing is, we are unable to, we don't have any power to remember Krishna, but we can serve those people who carries Krishna in their heart, and by just serving their lotus feet, by just serving their instruction in the form of their instructions, by just remembering them, by just serving their instruction in association of devotees. In this process, what happens, that our heart becomes purified, and we then get a power to remember Krishna, because we are serving a person who is carrying Krishna in his heart always. And by just remembering and serving that person, Krishna also get transfers in our heart. Just like Krishna was first appeared in the heart of Vasudeva, and then he transferred to the heart of Devaki. Similarly, we also have this thing, that when we have association of such a Vaishnavas who are carrying Krishna in their heart, by just remembering, serving them in the association of devotees, by following their instruction, Krishna comes in our heart, and then we are naturally forget Krishna. So that is the thing. Understand here, Yudhishthir Maharaj is speaking with Narad Muni. So Yudhishthir Maharaj has already Krishna, but still he is getting Krishna from Narad Muni. If Narad Muni and great persons were not there, then Yudhishthir Maharaj also, Arjuna also is unable to understand Krishna. Although Krishna speaking himself about him to Arjuna, still Yudhishthir Maharaj is asking this question in Rajasuya Yajna and understanding about Krishna, that how Krishna is impartial, tell me. So it is very important for us to understand and hear about Krishna from such a powerful devotees. who are Krishna conscious, who are very dear to Krishna, who are carrying their heart, and who was a person in our life. Like Srila Prabhupada has created such a powerful moment where the such a devotees, very selfless, powerful, pure devotees are there in Srila Prabhupada moment in ISKCON, and it's our great fortune that we are getting association of such devotees. Although we are very weak, we are not able to chant properly, we are not able to serve Krishna properly. Our only hope is those Vaishnavas who are serving Krishna and who are carrying Krishna in their heart. So I am again reading purport. So how Krishna, Narad Muni is instructing Vyasdev ji. So he is thinking, Kamad Dveshat Dayat Snehad Yatha Bhakteshware Manaha Avesham Tadagam Hitva Bahava Tadgatim Gataha. Many persons have attained liberation simply by thinking of Krishna with great attention. Many persons have attained liberation simply by thinking of Krishna with great attention and giving up sinful activities with great attention. One of the devotee, when I went to one of the place, I think in somewhere in temple, I forgot, but that time he asked just, do you remember what kind of, now you took darshan of Krishna, do you remember which, can you tell me which is the color of which colored fluid Krishna having today, or can you tell me what is the color of Radha Rani's dress, or can you tell me what was the color of Krishna's feta? So in this way he asked question, and I thought although I took a darshan, but I never given details, never understood this, how Krishna is, what Krishna weared. And then I understood the pujaris who dressed Krishna, they have given attention to the details. They have they have decided which color of Krishna fluid today Krishna is having, which color of dress Radharani will have, which color of dress Krishna. So in these details they have remembered Krishna for that service. If they took 4 hours for dressing Krishna, so at least 6-7 hours they have meditated on the Krishna, and that was perfection of their life. But although I am taking darshan, that's why who serve Krishna is more Krishna conscious than who just take a darshan, because the person who comes for taking darshan of Krishna, he will stand in front of Krishna for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and wow, very beautiful, and he again left away. But the pujari who again dressed Krishna for 6-7 hours, and when he will stand in front of Krishna, he will take darshan of Krishna. So what he will get is, he will see, अरे मैंने जो लगाया था, what I have, वो सही है क्या, अरे वो तिरछा हो गया थोड़ा, ये कान का, ये इसको सही करना पड़ेगा, ये कान का तो झुमका तिरछा हो गया है, ये फेटा थोड़ा ऐसा चाहिए था, and he understand, wow, ये बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, ये प्रभु जी ने ये किया बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. Although let's say 10 pujaris are there who are serving Krishna, so they can see, they can give details attention to the Krishna's service. So that is very powerful. Another thing is, when we go for ISKCON program and we eat prasad. So while eating Krishna, we become Krishna conscious for a time. We are eating prasad, and after let's say 1 hour, we are glorifying prasad. But the devotee who prepared bhoga for Krishna, who prepared prasad, he is more Krishna conscious, because he have to prepare what items will be today. He start from thinking from that. What will be the items today for program, what kind of sweet I should prepare, we should prepare, and how many people will come. So he is thinking for that service of offering bhoga to the Lord. He is thinking for at least, you can say 2-3 hours, and he then preparing, and all the 3-4 devotees, they are preparing bhoga and they are serving prasad. So they become more Krishna conscious. That's why it's very powerful that when we serve Krishna, when we practically engage ourselves in serving Krishna, we need to give details, we need to give attention to the details, and in that way we become Krishna conscious more intensely, we become Krishna conscious more powerfully, we become Krishna conscious for longer time, and that is a way when we achieve the mercy from the senior Vaishnavas and Krishna, and that is a secret, I think. And another way, he is telling here, this great attention may be due to lusty desires. So many times when let's say a lusty person, he will stand, let's say lusty girl or a lusty boy, he will stand in front of Krishna. So he will say, "Arey, how beautiful." A boy will think that he looks more handsome than me, and he is really beautiful. Girl will think how beautiful this Krishna is, है ना? And when just we are seeing in DT form, we don't have spiritual eyesight, but still that purifies us. What to speak of when we get a original spiritual form of Sri Radha and Krishna, so that time what kind of thing, what kind of purification will happen to us. Again, the thing is inimical feeling. If anybody is very inimical and when he sees Krishna, he can remember Krishna. Fear, one has a fear. Many devotees actually, there are 4 things in Bhagavad Gita. If you understand the 4 things, one thing is fear. Due to that, one is inquiry, one is fear, one want to wealth, and one is, I think, he is frustrated materially. Fear. So when one has a fear, so by that fear he prays to Krishna. So we have, when we were student at that time, our fear was of result and our fear was of Krishna. So one devotee I was discussing, he was telling me, when he used to go before exam, he took the time of 10-15 minutes, and at least 7-8 times he offered Dandavad to Radha and Krishna in the base, and he was just praying, please aaj ka paper bahut tough hai Prabhu, aaj ka paper is very, oh Krishna, today's paper is very tough, please give me blessing so that I can get a good questions and I can remember and I can. So the before going to exam, the fear of exam is such that devotee praise and glorify Krishna like anything. Oh Krishna, you give remembrance. You told in Bhagavad Gita that you give remembrance to me, everybody. So while exam, please give me remembrance what I read, and Krishna, please protect me. So actually, I also experienced that. Actually, we become so submissive in the fear, and we say that Krishna, after this exam, if I pass this exam or I get this, then whatever, I will offer you everything. On like you, I am like your eternal servant. The devotee speak in such a way that he is 100% like going to dedicate his life to Krishna. So that is fear, very powerful. But that fears brings us near to Krishna. The fear of death is there when one devotee understands that I am going to die one day. So now why not, when my mind is not become Krishna conscious, my mind is attending to material sense object. So this is fear, very powerful. Affection. So many devotees have affection, that they think about Krishna, and they have this affection of towards a small child. Similarly, many people I have seen in India, they are Krishna conscious. By just seeing the beautiful small form of Krishna, they want to dress him, they want to feed him. So that is very powerful. Devotional service. So the devotional service, all devotees, we are devotees. Narad Muni says we general devotees. He's saying he's general, we are general devotees. So he's saying about devotional service. So Prahlad Maharaj says about 9 kinds of devotional service. Those services we know that Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakya Atma Nivedanam Iti Pumsar Pita Vishnu Bhakti Chaneva Lakshana. So 9 devotional service. Then I shall now explain how one receives Krishna's mercy simply by concentrating one's mind upon him. So now it's up to you how we concentrate our mind on Krishna in inimical way, or in affection, or in devotional service, or in lusty desires, or fear, or something. So I think for me the fear works. So in that fear I can remember Krishna. That's for me. One time I was in like one of the in Batu Lonere. There was our Lohavan base, and I was that time. And there, if you find in this Konkan area, we were having lots of snakes, and you understand, snake and scorpions, Vinsu. So if you when I used to come from college, when I was a teacher, lecturer, so I used to come and I used to see on the road, 1 kilometer, 1.5 kilometer road, there were lots of snake. Just you can see a crossing by. They are just crossing the road, and lots of Vinsu, scorpions also. So I used to get very fear, and I used to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That's why I told that fear works for me. And when one time actually happens that in voice also, there were like in front of, like in the beneath of pillow, one devotee got a scorpion, and we all become very fearful. So I become so fearful. No, I remember, I need to remember Krishna, because in my life I never want this scorpion bite. So what happened that just one devotee, he was just standing, and some kida, some small insect just come on his leg, and just he thought in his mind that this is a scorpion, and he loudly shouted Hare Krishna, and he just threw his leg. And in that way we also become very alert. What happened that to devotee? And they understand it was an insect. But the thing is, although it was an insect, it could be a scorpion, but that devotee, he chanted with such high intensity Hare Krishna that although he was अगर उसको स्कॉर्पियन भी बाइट कर लेता, बिच्छू भी बाइट कर लेता ना, तो भी कृष्णा उनको प्रोटेक्ट ही करते. एंड वी डोंट नो स्कॉर्पियन ही आने वाला था, लेकिन भगवान ने इंसेक्ट भेज दिया और जस्ट ही चैंटेड हरे कृष्णा लाउडली. सो दैट्स अवर हैबिट, that in anything in our life, in pleasure and pain, we chant Hare Krishna. We immediately remember Krishna by through his holy name. That's very powerful. अगर उस समय में मेरे सपोज सांप भी आ जाता, अगर उस जगह पे मैं होता, सांप भी आ जाता, बिच्छू आ जाता और मैं जोर से हरे कृष्णा भी बोल देता, तो शायद मुझे सांप काट भी लेता, मैं मर भी जाता. द थिंग इज आई रिमेंबर्ड कृष्णा एट द लास्ट मोमेंट ऑफ लाइफ, एंड दैट इज व्हाट perfection of chanting, always remembering, practicing this Krishna consciousness. Just I am reading the purport so that we don't lose any point. Purport is very short, just we are trying. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, he gives a shlok, Prabhupada gives a shlok. If a bona fide listener hears of Krishna's pastime with the gopis, he says bona fide listener. So I feel I am not a bona fide listener. With the gopis, actually I am not bona fide listener, not feel, I am not a bona fide listener, which seems to be lusty affairs. The lusty desires in his heart, which constitute the heart disease of a conditioned soul, will be vanquished, and he will become a most exalted devotee of Krishna. If one is lusty, he can read, he can hear about pastime of a Krishna from pure devotee, and first he should become a bona fide listener by becoming devotee. If one who hears the gopis' lusty behavior with Krishna becomes free from lusty desires, certainly the gopis who approached Krishna became free from all such desires. Similarly, Shishupal and others who were very much envious of Krishna, who constantly thought of Krishna, became free from envy. So what I like in the case of Shishupal and Hiranyakashipu was intensity of remembering Krishna. That I liked most, because their intensity, although inimical, was higher. And being a devotee, I personally tell that my intensity is not so much, which was of Shishupal. So somehow or other I should increase my intensity so that I can remember Krishna so intensely every phase of life, every time 101%. Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yashoda were fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness because of affection. The devotees, the mother and father of devotee, the devotees who have dedicated their life, who become monks and who are serving Krishna like very dedicatedly in any ashrama, the devotees, the mother and father of a devotees, they become also devotee after some time, because they remember, they become a devotee conscious. Their son or their girl, daughter, they are serving Krishna very nicely, and just by remembering them that they are serving Krishna so nicely, they are going to book distribution in such a hot, you can say a hot atmosphere where the sun is having scorching heat, and that time they are distributing books. So just they get that affection in their heart, and due to that affection their heart gets purified, because they are remembering devotee. And what to speak when becomes absorbed in motherly affection of absorbed in Krishna conscious, absorbed in their you can see affection, they have absorbed in the affection towards the Krishna. So what to speak of that? When the mind is somehow or other fully absorbed in Krishna, the material part is very soon vanquished, and the spiritual part, attraction to Krishna. Although one point when any devotee becomes a brahmachari in initial phase of life, his mother and parents, they become inimical towards Krishna. So they also in that way become Krishna conscious. And the mother and fathers they are favorably of Krishna, they also remember Krishna conscious. So they are some other remember Krishna, and gradually they get purified. So it's very nicely our movement is so powerful in any ashrama, in any phase of life, in every situation of life, one can become very powerfully Krishna conscious. When the mind is somehow or other fully absorbed in Krishna, the material part is very soon vanquished, and the spiritual part, attraction to Krishna, becomes manifest. This indirectly confirms that one thinks of Krishna enviously simply because of thinking of Krishna. He becomes free from all sinful reactions and thus becomes pure devotee. Example of this are given in the following verse. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was Krishna conscious, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was like accepted sannyas, that time he attracted the minds of thousands of people, and he was just took a sannyas, and his mother, his all close relatives, the devotees, they were remembering Krishna. So they were remembering Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were crying for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were remembering form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu having long hairs, and they just become Krishna conscious by becoming in contact with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in this way, perfection of our life will be when we remember Krishna favorably, when we chant his holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When we'll chant this holy name, and when we'll remember Krishna intensely, when we will serve when we serve in the association of devotees, our purification happens. When we follow the instruction of Srila Prabhupada, his representatives, the Vaishnavas, and that time we get this power to remember Krishna 24/7, and we will really become Krishna conscious. In dream we will become Krishna conscious, in Jagrut Avastha we will become Krishna conscious, in our every activity of our life we will become Krishna conscious, and that will be perfection of our life. So thank you Srila Prabhupada for giving us this ISKCON, so we can understand Krishna. Otherwise it was very impossible for all of us. So thank you very much. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much all of you for hearing this Srimad Bhagavatam class and giving me this opportunity. Hare Krishna.